So what's going on is the ruling class around the world, they're mad that we're not serfs that can't have upwards mobility, because the upwards mobility part fucks them up because they're unproductive. Capitalism is bad for them because the productive. So if all things are leveled, right, and they can't use government intervention and things to put themselves in positions of power, the productive people of society will always rise. The cream always rises to the top.
Yep.
So it ends up making them really bad. So what ended up happening
when
is that
those people like Jeff Bezos, right?
Yeah.
They start getting close to the government. They start buying assets related to the government, right? They start wiggling their way into, you know, power positions and stuff like that. All of a sudden the bureaucracy is owned, right?
Right. Yeah.
I just wanted to add to that point. But
no. And you're completely right about that. And it's an entire sort of thing where, like, even though they always try to control it, what ended up happening over time is a lot of the royalty in Europe lost their wealth. Some of them adapted.
Great opportunity for the people who took advantage of it.
Right. But so there's always a power. There's always like, you know, war never changes, right? That'll mean. But there's another thing is like a power vacuum, right? Whoever's the focal point, like it's the suction there. When that breaks, expands back in something or some sort of union. Even if it's one guy who's in control, and then it could be three guys, and then they make a triumvirate, and then they control it now. And then that's the new structure. The structure always has to have something to kind of hold it back together, or you get immense chaos. Hence what happened in Chicago. Basically, they took out the main guy controlling all of Chicago in the 90s, and then they've had like they have more deaths happen there than Iraq. Even now. Like it's crazy. So like you have to be very careful when you take someone out of power, because if you don't have if they can say that I'm a good plan, if they don't have a good plan to put that power structure back in place, then you can cause complete chaos, and then you can get even a worse situation. This is the same thing that, like, this was said years later after Saddam Hussein was taken out of the Middle East, out of Iraq. Well, Saddam Hussein was a horrible, sadistic person that did